There's the tat. Now where's it at? Boom! Future shit. About to do a cover up right now. Just finished painting this little dude. I'm hanging out with this little dude while he eats his little lunch. Little bunch of lunch, little Cliff Bar boy. Alright. How'd you handle the other one on your ribs before? The last one? Did it hurt? No?
When I was getting this one, then he was like, you're actually handling this really well.
And you said it took him like forever too, right?
Yeah, it took him 2 hours.
This will take an hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we started the tattoo at like 12.
Right.
And I didn't get out of there till like 2 a.m.
Wait. 12 noon?
Mm-hmm.
I think you don't know what 2 hours is.
No, 12 p.m. No, 12 a.m.
Okay, it makes more sense.
12 a.m.
I'm like, he was really slow.
Yeah. And I didn't get out of there till 2 a.m.
I don't think you understand the concept of time. Poor thing.
I would have walked out if it took that long.
Yeah, what the fuck? Here we go. How was that for you?
Really cool.
It was good?
It didn't hurt.
How about you? Wasn't too bad?
No.
I didn't feel a thing, honestly, so. So you're pretty bummed right now. I'm sorry.
Me or him?
You? Oh, that's right. You guys are both going through this together. I forgot. I know it sounds weird, but I still don't feel a thing, so.
Must be nice.
It's the easiest one I've ever had to get. Now you're done. Right, cool. Right on. What
Easy.
tattoo? You like it? Cool.
I love it.
Wanna check it out? Nice.
Until I had something on today.
It's gone now. Cool, let's bandage you up.
Yeah.
Alright. Thanks again.
Bye.
See you soon. Oh. There you go.
I don't know.
So you're thinking like, so you want like a chick on you?
Yeah.
Where are you thinking arm or where are you thinking?
I was thinking my arm, but I don't know where exactly.
I would say if you're gonna put a chick, especially like a naked-ish chick, I would say don't do it down here. Cause like, I don't know, I mean, future jobs, future conversations, future first handshakes, like tits on your arms, kind of crazy, you know? I would say if you're gonna do one like that, then maybe if you're doing the full body one, I would say maybe put on the back of your arm or something, like right here. Or even if you did something like that on the top of the arm, because that caps off the top of the arm nice. You know what I mean? And it's not so
I
so
really
risque.
like that one too.
I've never done that one. I love that one.
Yeah, that one's nice.
Alright, I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alright, here we go.
Oh yeah, that's a good spot right there.
Boom.
I love it.
I'm glad. Why are you so glary, girl? Chill out, Holmes. She's pissed.
I love her.
Glare mama. Someone's gotta. Alright, well you better come back so I can get a healed photo of the thing.
I will.
Alright, healed photos are more important than fresh
Definitely.
photos anyways. Alright, get out of here, it's late. I wanna go to bed. You're coming tomorrow? What time are you coming in?
After I leave the shop, my last one's at 5, so.
Okay, so you're on 6?
Yeah, around 6.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Yeah.
There you go.
I seriously
See
love
you
it.
tomorrow.
I love it too. It sucks I can't get a photo of it.
I know, but I'll be back for sure. And
Alright, I'm counting
get
on
a
it.
real picture. Okay, have a good night, guys.
Alright, you too.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Alrighty, that was my day. Sucks I couldn't really get a good photo of that tattoo I just did. It was just dark outside, glary inside, shiny tattoo right there on that side, so didn't happen. So hopefully it looks kind of cool. I don't know how to end this video. What should I say? Because you can't just end it. Like, it can't just be done. What would you say? Do you want to end it?
Bye.
There we go. Hey guys, today is Saturday, and whoa, we'll see what happens. There's Tony. Say hi, Tony.
Hey.
Got it. Hey Anthony, what's squab?
Squab?
Yeah,
What's that?
that's what I'm asking you, man.
I never heard of it.
No? I think a squab is like a type of bird. I don't know. These are considered minced squab lettuce wraps.
So you eating birds?
Yeah, I'm eating birds. Vegan birds, so it makes it vegan because they're vegan. No, it's a vegan minced squab lettuce wrap. It's good. I don't know, but I don't know what squab is. But I don't know. All vegan meat's made from veggies, so who cares? This is like a vegan chicken thing. Pretty gnarly, pretty delicious. Leftovers from yesterday. I didn't get around to these. Oh, he's coming over here. Oh, he's running over here. Is he coming in right now?
No, he's just staying in the middle of the street.
He's coming over here. We got a fucking code red tweaker alert. Just finished painting this. Come get it tattooed now. Now I'm gonna paint that, then I'm gonna paint that, then I gotta fill that. And then we gotta find a place to put it. Hey guys, so welcome to Questions and Answers. Possibly a new segment. If I keep getting asked questions, I'll keep answering them. So a couple of videos ago, it was a slow day. I had Anthony interview me for fun, and then I asked people to leave comments below and ask me questions if they felt like it, and you guys did. So some people I know, some people I don't know. So we'll run through it quickly. So Elastic Waistband wants to know, jock straps or banana hammocks? I've never worn a jock strap, but I have worn a banana hammock. So banana hammocks. Funny thing about jock straps, when I used to hang out with my grandpa, we'd go in the car somewhere, I'd always say, don't forget to put on your jock straps. So, always wear your seatbelt. Ruby Padilla, I don't know if I'm saying the last name correctly, I hope I am, sorry if I am not. How long have you been vegan? I started, I think, being vegan around the time I was 18 years old, maybe 18-ish, 18 and a half, I don't know. Around I was 18, and I'm gonna turn 27 shortly, so I would say around 8 years. Maybe a little longer, maybe, yeah, we'll say 8 years. Let's see. My wife left a comment, asked me a couple questions. What has been your best and worst tattoo experience, and also why? I feel that's kind of like a broad question, Yessie. I don't know. I think I don't know how to answer that, but I'm just going to interpret it the way I suppose it should. I would say my best and worst experience has been opening up my tattoo shop. It was really fucking hard and has continued to be really fucking hard. And best experience because it's been the most gratifying thing I've ever done. You know, I worked my butt off and I have something to show for it, and I'm very proud of it. Would you still be tattooing if you had all the money in the world? Yeah, I would. Yeah, fuck yeah, I would. I probably wouldn't hang out at the shop all day. Like if I had all the money in the world, I'd be traveling the world and doing whatever the hell I wanted. And I suppose when I'd be tattooing what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted it. Maybe just tattoo my friends for free, for fun. Get to do cool shit. I don't know. But my life would be a lot different. I don't know. But as of right now, tattooing is one of the things that makes me most happiest in this world. And when I don't tattoo, I get really depressed. So, yeah, as far as I know, I'm going to tattoo as long as people will let me tattoo them. She also asked, what hand do you wipe your butt with? I'm a switch hitter. Depends. I don't know. I want to say my right? I don't know. Ashley Nicole says, favorite punk band? Also, how do you feel about the band Cattle Decapitation? I'm not really into like metal music like that. When I was like in elementary, middle school, I was really into like heavy metal and black metal and I was really into like that type of like super thrashy stuff. It's kind of phased out. So I mean, I'm not really into that band Cattle Decapitation. But as far as favorite punk band, that's a really hard one to answer. I don't know if I can answer that. It's tricky, I suppose, because punk isn't just like, punk is bigger than punk, you know what I mean? So there's all these subgenres and subcultures within punk rock music. So if we're talking about like, it's so hard, you know? I think as far as like Southern California, Orange County punk, I would say like TSOL. I would say Descendants, you know? But I can keep going on and on and on. If I name one, I have to name two. If I name two, I have to name three. And that was one of the problems I had when I first started getting tattooed, is I got like a DI tattoo. I'll show you guys my punk tattoos real quick. So let me see. Let me hike up this pant leg. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. There we go. That's an Out of Step Sheep, Minor Threat, one of my favorite bands of all time. Subhumans, one of my favorite bands of all time. Let's see. DI, I love that band. DI is actually the very first punk band I've ever seen. So that's a super meaningful tattoo. And on the back of my ankle down here, Punk's Not Dead. It's from The Exploited. That was one of my favorite street punk bands. Growing up in like middle school, high school, I loved The Exploited. I actually didn't really get into punk till kind of like 8th grade and going into high school. What else? I don't know, I have a lot of band tattoos on me. I have a lot of band tattoos. This one's from Dystopia, The Aftermath. It's one of my favorite bands. I have a lot of band tattoos. This is the Showcase. That was the first place I ever went to any punk show at. And when that place closed, it was pretty hard on me. That was, I went there every week. I had some of my best times and I had some of my worst times. And yeah, a lot of memories were made there. So when that place was gone, honestly, a piece of me was kind of gone as well. So yeah, I don't know, favorite punk band? I like a lot of bands, and favorite punk bands kind of changed a lot. I'm into a lot of music. So I'm sorry that doesn't really answer the question. Bryce wants to know, do you have any of your own work tatted on you? Yeah, unfortunately I do. Some of my first tattoos I'd messed around with were like on myself. What up, J Daddy? Jonathan just walked in. I'm answering questions right now. The question I had right now was, do I have any of my own work tatted on me, Holmes?
Well, you do.
I do, I know.
Spot.
Here, take the camera so I can show off the ones I got.
Which ones are you gonna show off?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Alright. As far as the tattoos I have on myself that I've done myself, or is it just my own work? My own work could mean like something I designed, I guess, or it could mean something. We'll just say that this question is pertaining to work that I've done on myself. I did my palm, that right there. I was a piercer prior to being a tattooer, and I designed that. And early on in tattooing, I was doing a lot of dot work and mandalas, so I wanted to do like a mandala with a circular barbell and a piercing needle. I also did like the black work on my palm right here as well. I've also done very early, I did that and I did that. I'm bummed on that. I've gotten one session of laser on that, and I'm psyched on that, and I would touch that up and keep that forever. I also have stuff on my legs, so I'll drop the drawers for you guys.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
So some of my very first stuff, the dingo, that was my graffiti name in high school. That was one of the very first things I ever did on myself, practicing. That's for Ray and Wayne. Rain's my best friend. Another dingo thing, Anarchy Equality, little Wayne Anarchy thing. Did that leaf, little XVX, is probably like 19 years old. That shitty rose. That shitty rose. And I did this black work, and I did a lot of this black work initially, but it was all reworked for me. I did that white ink over black work tattoo about, I would say, 4 years ago. And then as far as the stuff, I have more stuff actually on my feet, or close to my feet, on my ankles. I showed it earlier, but I did that one myself, the Subhumans one, and I did the Out of Step sheep. And then I also had done that one right there around the time after the Simpsons movie came out. So, yeah, got it?
Little dangus.
Little dangus. Little dangus Kong. So, to answer the question, do I have any of my work tattooed on me? Yes. Most of it, bummed on. Well, the stuff on my thigh, I don't care, it's on my thigh. I feel like the thigh is a little less sacred to me. Yeah, I don't know. Hit or miss. I explained myself. So, as far as designing tattoos, I did have like say in kind of designing some of my tattoos when I first started getting heavily tattooed. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had tattooers that I would have went to that would have done that like for me, I guess. I designed my hand tattoo, the avocados, and I also designed. I kind of helped design the tattoos on my neck. Yeah, I would say that's that question. What was your experience with going about getting an apprenticeship, and what advice would you have for other striving artists wanting to make it a career? I feel like that's a question I'm going to be asked a lot. So, my experience with going out getting an apprenticeship was like kind of luck and some hard work, but mostly like luck. I got my first apprenticeship for body piercing from Tommy Town, and that happened because we became friends. I was living in downtown Riverside at the time. He was living in downtown Riverside behind a house that I was periodically staying in a lot. My friend Jenna had a house, and all her friends, we'd all crash out there, and she'd have shows there all the time. It was kind of like a little punk house, and he lived in the alley behind it, like in an apartment. And one day he was walking home with Charles, and we met, started hanging out. They saw the Oi tattoo on my neck. We had a lot in common. They're a bit older than me. Tommy had already been piercing for probably 10 years at that time. Charles had been tattooing forever at that time. That's where I met them, and that ended up being very influential, like in my life. So I became friends with Tommy. I started getting my first professional piercings done by Tommy around 18 years old, and I kept bugging him to get an apprenticeship because I really wanted to be a body piercer when I grew up. I just didn't know how to go about doing it. And then he was like, no. He had an apprentice at the time, but he was only going in a couple days a week, and he was just kind of not really that dedicated, but I was going in as often as I could to bug him and help him and do whatever I could. Eventually he said yes. I apprenticed underneath Tommy. We had a falling out. Then I went and got a real job. There's Anthony. Anthony!
I didn't see any of you guys. Like,
No? I'm explaining how I got in the apprenticeship, I guess. So, we had a falling out, then I ended up getting a job working at a plastic factory, and I did that for about a year. I started dabbling with tattooing unprofessionally, and that's when I did like the shitty stuff on myself that I showed you guys. And I wasn't piercing. I was piercing off and on. I'd go to the shop and sometimes pierce underneath his, you know, he would let me pierce there, or I'd pierce at my house and fuck people up, and then I would autoclave some jewelry there when he'd let me sometimes. And it was just like this weird thing. I met this dude named Jerry and became friends with him, and he told me about a shop that I should go try and get a job at. He told me that they had just fired their apprentice and they had just fired their piercer, and I should go snag both positions. And so I went. He said he wouldn't help me, he wouldn't give me like a recommendation, but if I didn't get it, then he would give me a recommendation. I went down there and showed them like the piercings I'd done and this and that and blah blah blah. They hired me as a piercer. I invested like a couple grand of whatever I'd saved up into body jewelry and was piercing, and I stopped messing around with tattoos. I wasn't gonna be an unprofessional tattooer working as a professional piercer. It just wasn't gonna happen. So I was like, all right, tattooing's not happening. Piercing, it's on, you know? And then after a couple months of being there, I was starting to look elsewhere, and I wanted to go pierce somewhere and really pursue that. The shop I was at wasn't very busy for piercing. And I was scrubbing their tubes and hanging out with them. I started to draw with them. I was talking tattoos. I was getting tattooed. And they eventually kind of gave me my shot and offered me a tattoo apprenticeship. And I stuck around and I apprenticed for like 2.5 years. I was there for about 6 months after that. And, you know, I guess the only advice I can give would be, if you want to apprentice from someone, like as far as tattooing goes, it's 90% of it is respect, 10% of it is talent. You know, if you come in there and you know every single thing in the world and you're an amazing art student, like what the fuck are they going to teach you anyways? You already know everything. I got in because I was piercing. That was my foot in the door. That was my luck. And then I became friends. So it was luck, you know. And since I had fucked up my prior apprenticeship and had a falling out with Tommy, I wasn't willing to let that happen again. So in this apprenticeship, I was like, yes, sir. Fucking did everything I was supposed to do. If I had to do push-ups in the middle of the street, did push-ups in the middle of the street. If I had to go back to get 4 ketchup packets because I only got 3, I did it. I did whatever they asked, you know? And I worked my butt off. And I wasn't making much money. Luckily, I was piercing, so I was making some money. But I was still, you know, stealing and dumpster diving food, and riding my bike 40 miles a day, and renting my room and had a prepaid cell phone, and I was just winging it. So that's a bit how I got into tattooing, and I would say, you know, don't buy a fucking kit, don't fuck around from home. I had to unlearn all of that. I learned how to reposition my hand. I relearned how to stretch the skin, relearn how to adjust my back when I tattooed. I was just doing everything wrong, and I built a couple years of bad habits that I had to lose. And ultimately, I mean, I wish I would have just valued tattooing more, went into a shop, got tattooed by someone I really respected them, kissed their ass, and just begged them till they would have said yes and done that. But that's not the way things worked out for me. I didn't want to be a tattooer. It just kind of happened. So, yeah, I don't know. Have respect, work hard, don't expect anything to come to you. You're not owed shit, you know what I mean? And when you are a tattooer, tattooing doesn't owe you anything, you know? Like, we often get slow at work and we complain and we get sad and we're like, oh, it's slow, or there's too many tattooers, or it's saturated, or blah, blah, blah. It's like, you need to have a reason for people to want to come to you. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing that makes me important to make you come to me? If I'm not putting anything out, I'm not going to get anything back in. And so the reason why I'm able to tattoo my flash constantly is because I'm painting flash constantly. And truthfully, I paint one sheet of like 6 designs and I tattoo one of them. And then people forget about it, so I paint another sheet. So I'm constantly racing to stay relevant. So, yeah, that's too much advice. So, I mean, I hope that's worthy. I didn't hear any of that. None of that was told to me. You had to figure that out on my own. So, if you want to be an apprentice, figure it out. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the questions. So, now I'm going to tattoo J Daddy. So, fast forward to that. It's kind of a tight squeeze, but I'm gonna I'm gonna mess with this and mess with that a little bit and bring this down a little bit and maybe throw a cloud up there a little bit. So go try and peek at it and see what you think. All right, that fits there good.
Terrible.
All right, you ready to be nailed to the X? About to nail you down, son. You have an X on you, right?
I have hella X's on me, player.
How many X? Oh, you have 3 off the bat.
Yeah, player.
Well, not on this arm. I'm about to nail this right arm down, know what I'm saying? Ooh, there we go. Oh yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, there you go. Nailed to the fucking X. Brother. So you pop your arm right there. Alright, ready?
How close am I to your dangus?
You're not very close at all.
Damn it.
It's a dangus.
My grandma's having me change smoke alarm batteries. At freaking 12:30 at night.
What's she doing up?
I don't know. She's a weirdo. She sleeps less than me.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old people thing.
Usually grandmas like go to bed early, no?
No, she doesn't sleep like at 1, 2 in the morning. Going by pretty fast, huh? So.
Cause I'm an ink pimp, dude. I be pimping that ink, you know what I mean? Come a little closer, Tony. Don't be shy. Come check out this bird.
Come
hanging
a
out.
little bit closer. Hear what I have to say.
I think I'm actually gonna be able to get a photo of it tonight. Last night was not the night, but tonight.
Just like children sleeping, we can dream this night away.
Keep going, dude.
But there's a full moon rising. Let's go out and feel the night.
Copyright strike.
Yeah, copyright strike for sure.
A little Neil Young for you guys.
Little bird for you.
'Cause I'm still in love with you. Nailed it.
Nailed it, dude. All right, pimps. That was Friday and Saturday. This is JJ giving Anthony a good old leather shave down. Ooh, how's it feel?
Tasty.